I've owned these longer than I've owned this Bronco, and I finally get to put them on. I'm Sean.
I'm Jill.
This is 151 Garage. Now what these are the struts, the system that IAG came up with to help lift the top like it is right now. Now I have one side in, I need to put the other side in. Let me tell you this, if you have a soft top, get these. I cannot stress to you enough, this is the way the Bronco should have came from the factory. IAG did a really good job. They came up with a system that lifts the top where all you have to do is basically hit the latches to release it to lift it up, and it lifts up by itself. I absolutely love this system. I have the version 1 system on the Big Bend and I use it every day. Every day I drive it, these guys come with me. What these guys are, I don't know if you can see them, but he is my Doberman and I have a Doberman inside. They are my service dogs. They come with me everywhere. We use that vehicle to transport them back and forth wherever we go. We use that every single time they get in the vehicle, because while holding the dog or holding their gear or whatever, I don't have to fumble around with the support rod that actually...
Who has time for that?
Nobody. It's the dumbest system ever for the back end. These right here solve it. Now, like I said, that has version 1. They have version 2, and I'll show you the difference of what the version 1 and version 2 are. Now, I'll take you off the tripod and I'll push you over here where I can show you exactly what I'm talking about. Okay. So what we have right now is version 2 and this is version 1. I've already replaced this. It's nice because it actually moves the mounting point for the end of this away from the vehicle. And I'll show you when I get over there. But version 1, this points out this way. So this ball is on this side, which brings it closer to the vehicle. I'll show you in just a second. Okay, so version 2 would actually have it bend out this way, but the ball was on the inside, which made it super close to here. Now, my other one doesn't have a problem with it, but we did see a lot of people who had issues with it rubbing against right here. I do have this thing on, which kind of protects it just from other things, but this keeps it pretty far away. Right there. And of course you can bring it all the way back, which we usually don't on the other vehicle. This one I probably will every once in a while, not very often. Unless of course I need to bring it in the garage because it doesn't go in the garage with that up. So we'll go ahead and show you how it's installed, and we'll set you on the tripod. Okay, the first things first, we gotta take this bolt out. That'll actually give us the opportunity to put this on. So take the bolt out. Now there is a washer right here. You want to keep that installed as well. So just pinch your finger like that. And then let me get the longer bolt. Put this in the same way, thread it in. Now the one thing you want to do is retain the curve of this. When you pull it off, you don't want to flip it around, so keep it like it is. Put this on. And this piece, now this piece does go like this, so it will go in the same hole, just like that. Where's the Allen wrench? bit more. There you go. Now the next step is washer. Now there's a hole right here.
There's two holes. So there's one that's smaller and there's one that's a little bit bigger. You want to go with the one that's a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
And you want to put the ball on the inside.
Yep. And this will not go through a smaller one, so there's one hole that'll fit in.
So you can't mess it up.
That's what she said.
But yeah, you want to make sure that the ball is on the inside because that's where the strut is going to be attached.
So the nut is 13 and the ball is 12. Just tighten that up. And then let's go ahead and put the screw knob in real quick. That way it's nice and easy. There are two screws right here, like studs sticking through. What you got to do is put it on the very first one. No, she gets out of the way. There you go. You put it on the second one, sorry. The one forward. Go ahead and thread that on. And then you go ahead and put this in. Now, the rod points down, so clip that in. It just pushes in. And then this one, if Jill will help me, you have to turn it around, let it up a little bit. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Right there. Now, push it down. There you go.
Yeah, make sure you don't take those little straps off your struts until you get them installed. Because you're going to have fun compressing that.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. And then also you have this right here. This goes, the loop goes on the far side. It goes on the nut.
Yeah,
the little knob or whatever, and then that clips onto it. As easy as that. And now you have a full system. Obviously, you do it on both sides. Works out fairly nicely.
and it opens a lot wider.
Yeah.
At least what, 1 or 2 inches before.
Yeah, wider than the rod. So the rod comes down this way. The rod comes down and it basically doesn't even do anything. It's
a fully
way higher.
Floating rod. I can't talk. But we're going to keep the rod just as a backup, just like the hood. Don't get rid of the prop rod, just in case struts fail.
Okay, let's go turn that off and we'll be right back. To put those struts in is simple as can be. It is, like I said, if it wasn't for the videoing and having to worry about explaining everything, you could actually get these both in probably like 10 minutes, if that.
Or less.
Yeah, it's fairly simple. Now, the one thing I do have to say is IAG came out with a really good product, but they started having issues with rubbing. So they came up with a better product. They redesigned the bracket and it works a lot better, gets it a lot farther away from where it could rub. The one thing I have to say is I bought these both version 1. They turned around and sent everybody the version 2 bracket to relieve that issue that was coming up with a lot of people. I think that is 100% one of the coolest things they did is they sent everybody those packages.
Yeah.
It came with, let me see.
Open up Ben. We have the other package for Ben. We haven't put it on yet.
So it came with the 2 brackets to replace the brackets that were on there, the brackets that were original. And it came with
the straps.
The straps.
That way you can compress your struts.
That is cool. I mean, this alone is so helpful because if you don't have these straps, those things are near impossible to push back in. So the fact that they gave you the brackets to go with it, And then the straps to actually hold it in place.
That was good on them.
Very good.
Excellent
Very
customer
good.
service.
I do have to say that was probably one of the neatest things I've seen a company do. They seen a problem, they fixed it, and not only did they fix the problem, they sent replacement parts to all the people that bought the product before that. So
yeah,
good on
kudos
them.
on them.
Absolutely wonderful company. I didn't even have to call them and say anything. They sent them to me, no problem.
This was like, what the hell is this? You know, we get these packages from IAG and we're like, and then we get a thing in like the email, I think, saying, hey, look, we had an issue, we're sending out stuff. And that's just awesome. So yeah, we're not sponsored by them, we're not affiliated with them, but if we see a really good product and we like their customer service, we're gonna give a shout out. So shout out to IAG.
And like I said,
Rock.
these right here, I absolutely love these. I use these every day. If it wasn't for these, it would be such a pain in the ass to get these dogs in there because I have to lift this one up, especially for my big boy here, Shadow. He's very large. He's about 100 pounds and he's very tall. He can't fit underneath that with it down.
Yeah, and he got to where he was really excited one day to jump in, and we didn't even get a chance to like undo the top, and he jumped in and like clobbered his head on the bottom of the top.
He's a goof. He's a goof.
But our little red one can just jump right on in without a problem. He's like a little red missile.
Little red one, he's 85 pounds. He's little compared to this, but he's 85
He's
pounds.
the average size of a Doberman, where Shadow's a lot larger. He's above average on his size. But yeah, Shadow, he needs the extra room.
But yeah, this is a really wonderful product. If you have a soft top Bronco, you have to get these. If you don't get anything else for your vehicle, if you don't want to customize your vehicle, I get it. But these, get these. 100%, I can tell you will love them. They're absolutely wonderful.
Makes life so much easier.
So much easier.
It just goes up automatically. Just like our hood struts for the hood. This won't have it because there's no place to put it on. But on our other Broncos, we do have the hood struts. Same reason. Again, keep the prop rod as a backup. Struts will fail over time. Not right away, but they will fail.
Yeah. So let me go back to why it took me so long to put it on there. Because this vehicle has advanced fiberglass concepts, fenders, which means I had to access all these bolts under here, which includes the one under here, which I had to take the top off and loosen it up to lift it up. If I did that with these in here, it would actually lift it up and damage a lot more than just if I just lifted it up and put something underneath it. So
we only wanted to do this once.
I didn't want to have to take them off every time I needed to remove these. So now that it's all together, I can actually put these in and just be happy the fact that I don't have to worry about it anymore.
Yeah, so it's a one and done deal now.
Go ahead, say it again.
Everything will be linked down below for the product and the little guards as well.
Yeah, the guards are actually wonderful too. If you have an issue, worried about it, you have these guards right here. We'll link that down below too. We have those on this one. We have them on Ben, or we have them actually up there on Ben. We haven't put them on yet. But, you know, see you next video.
Bye.